Yeah, hi everyone. In last video we have discussed about how to draw the free body diagram or how to find the normal when some forces are acting on the body. Now we will go with some problems regarding tension. Uh, what is tension? Already we have seen in the first video. Then also we will just look at that. If suppose two masses are M1 and M2, if they are connected by the string, where tension is acting in this string. Tension is nothing but a kind of restoring force. Okay, so here what should be the direction of tension is very important. To write the net force, we need the direction of the force and tension as well. What should be the direction of tension? Direction of tension is always in order to decrease its length. In order to decrease its length. If suppose there is a string, its tension direction always in order to decrease its length, means towards the center. Suppose if you look at this body, the tension direction is here, tension direction is here. This is what the direction of tension in order to decrease its length. If you are writing net force for this one, take tension is in this direction. If you are writing net force for this body, take tension in this direction. Okay. Similarly, if the bodies are connected like this one, so there is a force in downward, leave out that one. Now, if you talk about tension direction is like this. Again, to decrease its length towards the center. Okay. So this is what the tension. If you are talking about this body, take direction of tension is upward. If you are talking about the roof, take the direction of tension in downward. Okay. That all depends on which system you are considering. Okay. So to solve the problems on tension, we have to consider the ideal string. Ideal string means what? It has a property like it should be inextensible. Inextensible means what? Inextensible string means what? Suppose you are connecting two bodies M1 and M2 and length of this string is L. Inextensible means whatever may force act on M1 and M2, the length of string is not changing. That means length of string is constant. If length of string is constant, if you differentiate it, dl by dt equals to 0. Okay. So now if you take the relative velocity, you can say Vm1 minus Vm2 is equals to 0. That means Vm1 equals to Vm2, means both the bodies are moving with the same velocity or both are moving with the same acceleration. That is what we have to consider the inextensible string. Okay, that means you can take any point on this string, they all are moving with the same velocity. That will come later in constraint motion. And second thing is the string should be massless. The string should be massless. String should be massless means what? That means if this is a string, if you take any part here, okay, if you take any part here, what is the tension acting? Suppose here it is T1 on and this side it is T2. What you can write? You can write net force is T1 minus T2 equals to F net. F net is what? M into A. If the string is massless, then M will become 0. That means the net force will become 0. So T1 minus T2 will become 0. That means T1 equals to T2. So that is why we will take the tension same. Okay. So then how to solve the problems? What are the steps to solve the problems? In solving the problems, either we have to imagine or we have to follow the steps. Okay, anyone we can follow. So if you want to follow the steps, the first step is you have to draw free body diagram of the given situation. Second thing is, if body is stationary, take F net equals to 0. Suppose body is not moving, body is stationary. If F1 force is acting on this side, F2 force is acting on this side. So net force is what? Net force is F1 minus F2 equals to F net. If body is stationary, take F net equals to 0. If you take F net equals to 0, then F1 will become equals to what? F2. That means body is not moving, it is a stationary. Suppose third point, if body is moving, then F net is equals to mass into acceleration. Suppose a body is there, so mass m, F1 is acting in this direction, F2 is acting in this direction. So now what is F net? F net is F1 minus F2 equals to mass into acceleration. F net is mass into acceleration. So now you can find the acceleration. This is what we have to follow. Okay. So fourth step is take all accelerations in positive direction. Okay. You have to take all accelerations positive. This is what these steps we need to follow. First, draw the free body diagram. If body is stationary, take F net equals to 0. If body is moving, take F net equals to mass into acceleration and take acceleration in positive direction. For example, if this side T1 is acting, this side T2 is acting. So if body is at rest, T1 minus T2 equals to 0. Here T1 minus T2 equals to what you can write M into A. Now take example. Suppose two bodies are there. Body M1 is connected with body M2. So if a force of some F is acting in this direction, they may ask what will be the tension, okay, or they may ask what will be the acceleration. Then we have to write the net force on the bodies. So what will be the tension direction? If with respect to this one it is here, with respect to M1 it is here. Okay, since it is connected between two bodies, tension is going to be same. It is not T1 and T2. Okay, so write F net on this one. What is F net on this one? F net is equals to direction of force is here, forward force minus backward force. What is the backward force? I am taking this as a system, okay, not whole as system. If you consider this as system, backward force is T, tension. So what is the net force? F minus T equals to, since it is moving, that means you have to write mass into acceleration. We have to follow the steps. So you got one equation. Similarly, if you take this as a system, now what is the forward force? T. What is the backward force? Nothing is there, means what? Nothing is acting, so 0. So its acceleration is m1 into a. So T equals to m1a. You got second equation. You are having two unknowns. T is unknown, a is unknown. So you have two equations. According to mathematics, if number of equations is equals to number of unknowns, you can get those unknowns. If you substitute a T equals to m1a here, you will get the a. Then afterwards again you can get the T. For example, if I connect two bodies, if I connect two bodies of mass, say this is what 3 kg, another is having a mass 2 kg, or I will take 5 kg. Now suppose some 10 Newton of force is acting. So they are asking what is the tension, what is the acceleration of the bodies. Now you can find acceleration directly also if you add the force divided by mass, but we will apply the steps. So what is the net force on this one? Tension is here. Tension is here. If I consider this body, so what is the net force? Net force is forward direction 10, backward direction T. So you will get F net. So 10 minus T equals to F net is what? 5 into its acceleration. You got one equation. Here, what is the forward force? T. What is backward force? Nothing is there. So 0. So mass into acceleration. So what you got? T equals to 3a. Substitute here 3a. 10 minus 3a equals to 5a. So acceleration is what? 10 divided by 8. That is 5 by 4. If you got the acceleration, you can substitute here. Tension equals to 3 into 5 by 4. So you will get 15 divided by 4 Newton as a tension, and this is what meter per second square. Okay. Similarly, if I connect 3 bodies, for example, if I connect 3 bodies, okay, so this is what? 5 kg, 3 kg and 2 kg. Now in between mass is there, so here tension is different, here tension is different. Again I am applying some 10 Newton of force in this direction. What is tension here? You can take it as T1. What is tension here? You can take it as T2. Okay, here nothing is acting. So now again what you have to find? You have to find acceleration and T1 and T2. So apply net force on this one. What is net force on this one? Forward force is 10. What is the backward force? Minus T1 equals to what? 5A mass into acceleration. You got an equation. Apply net force on 3 mass. So what is the forward? T1 is there. Minus here T2 is there. So you will get mass into acceleration. Similarly on this one, T2 in this side nothing is 0 equals to 2A. So T2 equals to what? 2A. Substitute here. T1 minus 2A equals to 3A. So T1 is what? T1 is 5A. So substitute T1 here. 10 minus 5A equals to 5A. So 10A equals to 10. So acceleration is coming as 1 meter per second square. So substitute acceleration here, you will get T2. So T2 equals to 2A. That means 2 Newton is T2. What about T1? T1 you can substitute here. So 10 minus T1 equals to 5. Acceleration is 1. So T1 equals to 10 minus 5. So you will get it as 5 Newton. This is how you can find the tension or acceleration in case of when 2-3 bodies are connected. Okay. Suppose the body is connected like this. If you want to find tension or something, if this is the mass, what is the now force will not be. What is net downward force? Net downward force is nothing but mg. Just downward force, not net. So here in upward force we can take it tension is acting. Here it is tension is acting. Now if you want to find tension, since it is not moving because the string is also inextensible, so what you can write? Net force. Net force is downward force is mg, upward force is t. So this is what the F net. So if it is not moving, F net will become what? It will become 0 because acceleration will become 0. So you can write T equals to mg. You will get the tension. Similarly, if the two bodies are connected, if one body is connected here and another body is connected here, its mass is say some 2 kg and here mass is say some 3 kg. So what will be the tension? Since these are two different strings, so here tension you can take it as T1, here tension you can take it as T2. What we have to find? We have to find T1 and T2. So here, what is the net force? What is downward force here? Downward force is 3 into G. G I will take it as 10, so it will become 30. So what is the net force acting on this one? Net force acting on this is 30 minus T1 equals to F net. So what will be the T1? F net is 0, obviously they are not moving. So T1 is equals to what? 30 Newton. If T1 is 30, because F net is 0, so what is the net force on 2 kg mass? Net force on 2 kg mass is, you have to take this as a system. Net force on 2 kg mass is, one is due to its mass, that is 20, 2 into 10, and T1 is also in downward direction. So what you can write? 20 plus T1 minus T2 is equals to F net, that is going to be 0. So what you can write? 20 plus, what is T1? T1 is 30 minus T2 equals to 0. So T2 equals to 50 Newton. This is how we can find the tension T1 and T2. Similarly, suppose you are having a roof here and a wire is connected to a mass N, and they are given the mass of string or wire is as a M. So now at the midpoint there is a point A. Okay. Now if they ask you to calculate what is the tension at point A. So how we can find it now? Right, net force on this one, net force on this is mg. In this direction tension is T, or you can take it as T1 as of now. Here it is T1. So what is net force on this one? Mg minus T1 equals to 0. So T1 is what? T1 is mg. Now come to here. Here I will draw only that part, half of that part. So here what is the downward force? Downward force is, if total mass of wire is m, what is the mass of this portion? Mass of this portion is m by 2. So what is the downward force? Downward force is m by 2 into z because of gravitational force. Then what is acting? T1 is also acting. So T1 is also acting in downward. So T2 is acting upward axis. We want to find T2. So what is the net force on this point? Net force on this point is m by 2 into z plus T1 minus T2 equals to 0. So T2 equals to m by 2z plus T1. So T2 equals to, what is T1? T1 is mg. So m plus m by 2 into g is what your tension T2. This is how you can find the tension. Suppose if the bodies are accelerating, suppose there is a string, here one monkey is moving in this direction, say its mass is 10 kg, and another monkey is moving in backward direction. If another monkey is moving in this direction, its mass is say 8 kg, but it is moving with the uniform velocity of say 2 meter per second. Okay, now we have to find the tension or acceleration, whatever. So what we can write, suppose say this is moving with the acceleration, say acceleration 2 meter per second square. See, here they are given uniform velocity, here they are giving uniform acceleration. Okay, so now what is tension T1 here? Tension T1 here is what we can get. So downward force is 8 into z, that we can write as 80. Upward force is T1 equals to, if bodies are in motion, we cannot write it as simply 0, we have to write m into a. But problem is, they said uniform velocity means acceleration will become 0. So obviously, again this will go, T1 equals to what? 80. Now write net force on this one. Here downward is T1, upward is tension T2. Now, what is the downward force? Due to this 10 kg mass, 10 into 10 plus T1 is also acting downward minus T2 is acting upward into acceleration, mass into acceleration. So 100, what is T1? T1 is 80 minus T2 equals to, mass of this monkey is 10 multiplied by its acceleration is 2 meter per second square. So this is what? T2 equals to 180 minus 20. So T2 will become 160 Newton as a tension. Okay. So whenever we solve these kind of problems, we have to be very much careful whether they are saying uniform velocity or simply variable velocity or uniform acceleration, variable acceleration. We have to look at F net. If we are right in F net, our answer will be right. So we will go with one more example of finding the tension. Suppose there is a rigid support and chain is connected like this. Okay, if a chain is connected like this, this is another rigid support. It is making an angle of say, we can say rigid support as like this. Okay, if it is making some angle say theta here and here, if it is making angle theta and weight of chain is W, what will be the tension acting? If I draw this here, it is like this. So where will be the tension? Tension is here. This is what the tension. Okay. Here it is making angle theta. If that is the angle theta, so this is also no. If that is the angle theta, this is going to be angle theta. Okay. So now Now W to already given weight mass into G. So here what will happen if this is theta, this is also going to be theta. So tension, what you can write here, this tension you can write T cos theta, this side you can write T cos theta. So total is net downward force is its weight minus net upward force is 2T cos theta equals to mass into exertion. It is not moving, so it is going to be a 0. So tension 2T cos theta equals to it is going to be W. So T equals to W by 2. 1 by cos theta is what? It is a sec theta. This is what going to be our answer. Okay. Or if the string is connected like this to a rigid support, if string is connected like this, a ball is connected here, which is having 1 kg mass, and the string is connected on this direction. Okay, so it is making some angle theta here. So its mass is 1 kg. If we want to find T now, so how we can do this one? Okay, so here what is going to be there? Tension T1. Okay, here tension T2. Okay, we have to find both T1 and T2. Take their components. If this is what axis, so in downward what will come? Mass into exertion due to gravity, that is 1 into 10. So here if this is theta, this is going to be theta, so T1 cos theta, on this side is T1 sin theta. Okay, since it is in equilibrium, not moving, so these two forces are equal. What is there here? T2 is equals to what is there on this side? This is what? T1 sin theta. Here it is in upward direction. What is downward direction? 10 is equals to upward direction T1 cos theta. Okay, in this cases what is T1? T1 is going to be 10 divided by cos theta. So T2 is T1 is 10 by cos theta into sin theta. So your T2 will become 10 tan theta. This is what how we can do that. If they give the angle also, say 30 or 60 or whatever, you can just substitute the values, you will get the answer. If you don't want 10, if you take the general formula, you can substitute mg also. So T2 will become what? Mg tan theta. So this is what directly you can find T2 here. And what is T1? T1 is just mg divided by cos theta, or T1 is just mg into sec theta. Okay, it all depends how you can take. Suppose you are having the inclined surface and two bodies are connected. One is having mass 2 kg, another is having mass 1 kg. Okay, now if they ask what will be the tension here, if they ask what will be the tension in between these two bodies, you can logically also explain. And when two bodies are moving downward, that string is not going to be stretched more, there will be a relaxation. We will see what will happen. So what is the here what is it downward? It is downward force is 2 into z. Here it is 1 into z. What is the force, or what is the net downward force? Net downward force is, it is 3z. Okay, if you take this as a whole system, okay, or if you take this as a whole system, 3 kg, okay, so this is what? 3g cos theta, and this is what? 3g sin theta. So what is the net force acting on individual bodies? It is 3g sin theta. No, not force, obviously force. So what is the total mass? Total mass is 3 into acceleration. So acceleration will become what? G sin theta. Now to find T, you can take this body. What is the net force on this body? In this direction, If here it is 2g, if what you will get, here you will get, if I separately take, okay, this is what we get. Here what we are getting 2g, okay. So this will become what? 2g sine theta. So force in forward direction is 2g sine theta. One more force is there, that is tension. So you can write plus tension is equals to, what is the net force? Net force is mass into acceleration. So 2g sine theta plus t equals to, mass of body is 2. What is its acceleration? Common acceleration we found out here, that is what? Again g sine theta. So 2g sine theta, 2g sine theta will get cancelled. So tension will become 0. So that is why when the two bodies are connected and sliding, there is no tension in between them. They cannot offer any tension over there. So that is why we are getting tension as 0. We'll go with the pulley block problems. Suppose here, if you are having a pulley, remember about pulley, it is the, we have to consider this as a massless and frictionless. Okay. Similarly, when you connected a string to that one, you already know this string is inextensible and this string is also massless. Okay. So suppose there is a pulley, if block 1 M1 is connected here, this side block M2 is connected here. One thing remember, if this is moving with some acceleration, this will also move with the same acceleration, because only the one same wire is connected between them. Okay, so its acceleration are same but opposite direction. Similarly, tension also, if you are taking here tension, here tension T, here also tension is going to be T1 because single wire is there. By chance, if suppose there is one more body connected in between, then T1 and T2 it will become, the tension may be changed. Okay, for example, suppose you are having a body. So in general I will write, suppose you are having body of mass m1, this side you are having body of mass m2. Okay, if they ask you to find, what they can ask, if they ask you to find acceleration and tension, what you have to do? First write tension here, tension, so tension is going to be same only. So what is the acceleration direction here? It is in downward, here it is in upward. Obviously if one is downward, another is going to be upward, or you can change downward also, you will get the different sign, that is not a problem. Okay, so write net force on this one. Net force on this one is, what is downward? Downward is m1 into a, so not a, m1 into z, so m1 z. What is upward? T equals to F net. F net is what? m1g minus t equal to F net is mass into its acceleration. You got one equation. Similarly, you apply here. Here m2z is the downward force, t is upward. You cannot take m2z minus t, better to take t minus m2z, because it is moving in upward direction, means the upward force is more. So t minus m2z is equals to m2 into a. This is what you got, two equations. Again, number of unknowns are what? A and t. Two unknowns are there, two equations are there, so obviously you can easily get the t and a. If you solve these two equations, you can simply add it, you will get the acceleration or tension. You can do that also. This minus t plus t will get cancelled. So m1 minus m2 into z is equals to m1 plus m2, m1 plus m2 into a. So acceleration is m1 minus m2 divided by m1 plus m2 into z. This is what the acceleration we are going to get. We can substitute the value of acceleration, again we will get tension. Like that we can solve the problems. Okay, so if I take the example, suppose pulley is connected here, one mass is connected, and that mass is going to connect to another mass of 2 kg and this is of 1 kg. Obviously it will move in downward direction because more mass. So tension will generate here, tension will generate here. If this is T, this is also going to be T. So what is its acceleration, or what is the net force? Downward is 20, upward is T. 20 minus T equals to 20 minus T equals to F net. What is F net? Mass into acceleration. Take acceleration as A. Acceleration as A. Both are connected, so move with the same acceleration. Mass into acceleration, you got one equation. So what is the mass? Mass is 2 kg, so you can get 2A. Here, tension is in this direction. Minus, nothing is there, 0 equals to 1 into A. You got second equation. So directly you are getting T only here. So T equals to A. Put here 20 minus A equals to 2A. So A equals to 20 divided by 3. So you can easily get. So tension is also equals to what? Tension is also equals to 20 by 3 Newton. This is what meter per second square. So this is how we can solve the pulley water problems. We'll take more problems. You can understand it in a better way. So suppose if I take a next example, suppose a body of mass 4 kg is connected here and a body of mass 2 kg is connected here. Okay. So here what they will ask, what is the force exerted by pulley on the roof? This force they will ask sometimes. Okay. So if I draw it, if I redraw it, what is going to be there? Here you are having mass 4 kg, here you are having mass 2 kg. So tension will come here in upward direction. So T, so here T is there. So what is the tension in this one? You can take it as just T dash. Okay. So what will happen? This T dash is equals to net downward force. So T dash is equals to, what is net downward force? This T and this T. So it is equals to 2T. This is what the tension, this is what the force exerted on the roof or support. So this we have to find. For that we have to find tension. So to find the tension, write equation for this. What is downward force? 40. Here what is downward force? Downward force is say 20. You can take acceleration A and acceleration A here. So what you can write? 40 minus T equals to 4A. For this one, upward is T minus downward is 20 equals to 2A. If I solve these two, this T will get cancelled. So it will become 20 equals to 6A. So A equals to what? 10 by 3. If you got acceleration, you can find the tension. Tension is what? T minus 20 equals to 2 into acceleration. Acceleration is 10 by 3. So T equals to 20 plus 20 by 3. That is 60 and 80 by 3 is the tension. So we got T. But what we want, actually we want the force exerted on the support by the pulley. That is equals to what? T dash is equals to 2T. So we will get 2 into 80 by 3. So that is what you will get, the 160 by 3 Newton. This is what the force exerted on the support by the pulley. Okay. So similarly, if I take two bodies which are hanging on a table, this is what one pulley. Here another pulley is going to be there. Okay. So here I will connect a mass, say some 4 kg. Here I will connect mass, say some 3 kg, and here I will connect a mass, say 2 kg. Okay. So obviously again they may ask what is the tension, or they may ask what is the acceleration, or they may ask what is the force exerted by the pulley on the corners. They ask force exerted by the pulley on the corners. Okay. So we have to find that one. See, again 4 kg is there, so obviously it will go in this direction, acceleration downward. So net downward force is what? 40 here. Here net downward force is 20. Tension direction is like this. Here tension. I will take this as tension T1 because here this string is different, this string is different. This is between 4 and 3, this is between 2 and 3. So now here I will take tension as T2. Okay. Now apply the net force. There is no difference in method you have to follow. Apply here. 40 is downward, upward is T1 equals to mass into acceleration 4E. We got one equation. Then apply the same thing here. What is the force in this direction? T1. Force in that direction is minus T2 equals to mass into acceleration, that is 3. Here upward force is T2 because the acceleration is in this direction, acceleration is in this direction, acceleration is here. Okay, so here T2 minus downward force is 20 equals to 2/8. So we got three equations, three unknowns are there. T1, T2, A. Three unknowns are there, three equations are there. That means obviously we'll get the all the unknowns. So we can do that also. So T1 minus what T2 you can substitute here. T2 you can substitute 20 plus 2A. So it will become minus 20 minus 2A equals to 3. So this will become T1 is 20 plus 5A. This will become 5A, this 20 will become here. So now you can substitute this T1 here. So what will happen? 40 minus 20 minus 5A equals to 4A. So this is 20 and this 4 will become 90. So your acceleration will become 20 divided by 9. If acceleration is 20 by 9, obviously you can get the T2. T2 is what? 20 plus 2 into acceleration. Acceleration is 20 by 9. So 20 plus 40 by 9. 40 by 9. So this will become what? 180 means 220 by 9 is the T2. Then what is the T1? T1 is going to be this is. So T1 is 40 minus 4A. 40 minus 4 into acceleration is 20 by 9. 20 by 9. So 40 minus this is what? 80 by 9. So 360 minus 80. 360 minus 80 divided by 9. This will become what? 280 by 9. This is what we are going to get the T1. Then you may think that how to find the force exerted here. What is the F1 or what is the F2? Okay. They are nothing but resultant of T1 and T2. So F1 is what? F1 you can write square root of T1 square plus T1 square plus 2 T1 cos theta. What is angle between T1s here? 90. So cos 90. So cos 90 means 0. So what you will get? You will get root of 2 T1 square, that is root 2 T1. That is what your F1. Okay. Similarly here F2 is what? F2 is root 2 T2 because again angle is 90 degree. This is how we can get the net force acting on the corners by the pulleys. Okay. If you take the simple numbers, the answer will be as simple. You are taking a little complicated number. So next example on a pulley block problems. Here a pulley is connected to the inclined surface. Here mass 4m is there, 1 kg is there. So obviously it will move in this direction, take acceleration E. So this will move in this direction, acceleration E. What they may ask is, they may ask tension or they may ask what is the net force acting on the block by the pulley. That also they may ask, this force they may ask. Okay. So how we can solve this one? Here what is the downward? Downward is 4 into Z, or simply you can take it as 40. So take its normal. So this will become what? 40 cos 30 degree, because if this is 30, this is also going to be 30. What is here? This is what? 40 sin 30. So in this direction force is 40 sin 30. What is the here? Here tension T is there. So what is here? There also tension T is there because two bodies are connected with the same string. Apply here net force. Net force is in this direction 40 sine 30 plus, no, nothing is there, only one force there. Opposite direction minus T is there, equals to F net. What is F net? F net is mass into acceleration. So what is the mass? Mass is going to be 4. Acceleration you can take it as A. Okay. So now, so 40 sine 30 is 1 by 2 minus T equal to 4A. So this will become 20 minus T equals to 4A. So similarly apply here. What is the downward force? 1 into 10. So 10 kg. I am taking G as 10. Again I am telling. Upward force is T minus downward force is 10 equals to 1A. So this is what the second equation. If we solve these two, so T will get cancelled. So 20 minus 10 will become 10 equals to 5A. So acceleration is what? Acceleration is 10 by 5, that is 2 meter per second square acceleration you are getting. If you get acceleration as 2, what is tension then? Tension is T minus 10 equals to A. So T minus 10 equals to acceleration is 2, so tension is 12 Newton. So you got tension. Now we have to find the net force. If I draw that diagram, T is there in this direction, here T is there in this direction, you want F. F is nothing but resultant of these two. What angle they are giving? Angle they are given is 60. If this is 30, this is obviously going to be 60. So you can apply F equals to root of T square plus 2 T into T square cos 60. So what it will become? 2T square plus cos 60 is 1 by 2, 2 will get cancelled, it will become 1 more T square. So F net is root 3T. That means your answer will be root 3 into 12. Okay, this is how you can get the force here. So if sometimes they may ask you to find angle also. A very interesting one. If two masses are connected to an inclined surface, this is the theta. Here mass m1 is there. Here another mass m2 is there. They may ask you to calculate theta also. Okay. So tension you can take. What you can write here? Tension. I will take in this direction. Acceleration. So what is the net force here? Net force is m1 g sin theta. Are you getting or not? Because here g is there, this is theta, so this is what mg. So m1 g sin theta is the force acting. m1 g sin theta is the force acting in this direction. In this direction minus t is equals to m1 into a. Similarly here downward force is m2z, upward force is t minus m2z is equals to m2a. So what you can get as the t you can get m2 g plus a. T you are getting m2g plus a. So you can substitute here. m1g is equals to m1g sin theta is equals to m1 plus t plus m2g plus a. m1 is also there. So m1a. So now you want theta actually. So how you can get the theta here? Theta is sin theta equals to m1a plus m2g plus a whole divided by m2g. If you take inverse of this one, so sin inverse m1a plus m2g plus a divided by m2a. Suppose if you consider they are in equilibrium, if they are not moving, then it will become very easy. If there is no acceleration, so what will happen? So m2z is equals to t. Okay. Similarly here t is equals to m1g sin theta. So what we will get? We will get m2g equals to m1g sine theta. So sine theta is equals to m2 divided by m1. So theta is sine inverse of m2 divided by m1. That is when it is in equilibrium, when bodies are not moving. So if bodies are moving with some acceleration, then no need to go for that one. We have to solve whatever may be a complicated answer, we have to go with that answer. Okay. If we take another example of inclined surface, in most of books you can see this one. If the pulley is connected here and a body is connecting on this side, it is having some less angle, you can take it as like this. Okay, this is the actual diagram. So here a mass of 2 is connected, on this side also a mass of 2 is connected, but angles are different. Here is 37 degree, here it is 53 degree. If that is the case, what will be the tension or acceleration? We may think that they are asking acceleration or tension. We may think that acceleration may be 0 because same masses are there, they may not move. But if you look at angles, angles are different. Here it is more, here it is lesser. So obviously the body will move where the more inclined surface is there. So that is why obviously it will get acceleration. But in which side it will move, that is also important. Here angle is 37, probability of moving is less. Here inclination is more, 53. Obviously it will move in this direction. So obviously this will also move in this direction. Now here what is there? 2g. That means if you take g as 10, it will become 20. So you have to take its component. If this is the 53, obviously this is also become 53. Okay. So here what is the force? Here force is 20 sine 53 degree. What is force here? Tensile. What is force here? Tensile. What is force here? So here it is 20, 37 means 20 sine 37. Okay. So now what is the net force here? Here 20 sine 53 minus t is equals to 2 into a, mass into acceleration. So 20 into sine 53 means 4 by 5 minus t equals to 2a. So this will become, so 5 4 16 minus t equals to 2a. Equation number 1. Here t minus on this direction 20 sine 37 equals to again 2a. So t minus 20 sine 37 means 3 by 5. So 5 4 12 equals to 2a. You got second equation. So now what you have 16 minus t equals to 2a, t minus 12 equals to 2a. If you solve this one, you will get 4 equals to 4a, acceleration equals to 1 meter per second square. Then what is the tension? Tension is equals to 12 plus 2a, so tension equals to 14 Newton. This is how you can find the tension and acceleration, both very simple problem. So similarly, suppose if I take the example of 3 bodies connected. If I take 3 bodies are connected, a pulley is there, one body 2 kg is here, another 2 kg, one more I will connect 1 kg. We have to solve this one, just I will give the hint. So what is the downward? 10. Upward is t. Here again it is t. We will take it as t1. Here it is t2. Okay. So here it is t2. Now what you can write? Here acceleration is there. Here acceleration is there. Here acceleration is there. Downward, downward. Here it is upward. Okay. So now what is the net force here? 10 minus t1 equals to 1 into a. For this, for second body, 20 is its mass and t1 is also acting in downward direction. So downward is 20 plus t1, upward is minus t2 equals to 2a. For this one, upward is T2 minus downward is say was 20 equals to, again it is 2a. T1, T2, A. Three unknowns are there, three equations are there. If you solve these three equations, obviously you can get the tension and acceleration. This is how we can solve T1, T2 and A. Or suppose if you have two situations, a person is standing on this. Okay, same person is standing here also. His mass is say 50 kg. He is himself 50 kg. Okay. He want to lift a mass of 20 kg. So here he is lifting like this. Just he is lifting like this. Here he used some technique and he is lifting like this here. Okay. So which is the better? Which option is better for him? Whether to lift like this is better or to lift like this is better. Now here, what is the normal? Normal is equals to net downward force. What is the net downward force? It is 50 into 10. Here tension is in this direction. Okay. So what is the normal then? Tension is this direction, tension is in this direction. So normal is equals to, so here what is the direction? Tension direction is like this only. This is what the direction of tension. So here tension is also in downward. So normal is become 500 plus. What is the downward? Downward is tension T is equals to what? Tension T is equals to 20 into 10. So it will become 200. So total 700 is the normal force. If 700 is the normal force, that much force he has to apply on this floor. So 700 Newton he has to apply. If you think here, of course downward here is 500, here it is 20. So at this point, downward force is, if you look at normal, downward force is 500. What is another force? Tension is acting in upward. So this 200 will become minus 200. So it will become what? Only 300 Newton. So normal is 300 Newton means on the floor he has to apply the force of what? Only 300 Newton. That is what? Which is better way? Better way is to this one. That is why if you look at the wells or something, they used to put the pulley over here. Okay. We must have taken directly also. Why this is required? It is required because we can apply the less force. Otherwise, we must have applied a large amount of force here. Okay. So try to solve more problems on this one. You can easily solve the Polyvara problems.